friends, my name is Gabby and today I'm going to be taking us through a 20-minute yoga sequence. So let's get right into it. The very first thing that we're going to do, hello Miss Una, is we're going to come up to the top of our mat, nice and easy. Bend your knees a whole lot and just let your whole body hang over. Let the top half of your body feel nice and heavy. From here, come and take some gentle, easy movement. Just rocking your body side to side. Maybe feel the different muscles in your back stretching out. Maybe you're feeling the back of your legs. Let's take about 3 nice big breaths just as we rock back and forth. And find some softness as we come to our stillness. From here, we're going to go ahead and lift halfway up. We're going to release fully down. And we're going to come all the way up. Hands reach overhead, nice and tall. Reach, reach, reach. This may be your big stretch of the day. So let's make it count. We're going to rain our fingers down. Nice and slow here. From here, we're going to fully release back down. Place your palms onto your mat, and we're going to step that left foot out and just turn it ever so slightly like this, and we're going to come up for our warrior one. Adjust your feet if you need. Hands come up and overhead. From here, you can do a nice little back bend, opening up your chest. Imagining that you have a big beach ball over your head and you're just holding it up. From here, you can go ahead and release your hands down. Let's link them up behind. Join those hands and go ahead and bring them down towards the floor, opening up your chest, really opening up in your shoulder blades. From here, you're going to go ahead and go forward, nose going towards the toes, and we're going to release that up overhead. Take one deep breath here. And release your hands all the way down. From here, we're going to step back and go into a nice downward facing dog. Bend your knees and pedal it out. Finding soft movement here. From here, we're going to slowly bring your feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Ground down through the soles of your feet. Let your body fully hang down. And let's come halfway up. Feel the extension through your spine, nice and long. Release fully back down. And then rise up like the sun, hands overhead, nice and tall. From here, we're going to take one hand and just bring it over like so. So I'm actually clasping my wrist. And then coming on to the opposite side. Unclasp, reach up, 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 up. I'm going to grab my right wrist now and come over onto the left-hand side. Release, coming up nice and tall. From here, we're going to go all the way down. Half rise. Fully release. From here, we're going to go ahead and step back now now with the other foot. Hi, gosh. Excuse me 1 second, that is my robot. Excuse that interruption, we're gonna get right back into it. So from here, you're gonna step back with your right foot, turning that out ever so slightly. And then we're gonna rise up for warrior one. Go ahead and adjust your feet if you need. Ooh, hips are pointing forward. If you're finding that you do not have much stability, which is what I am finding right now, you can go ahead and just widen your stance a bit. Arms are coming up and overhead. Imagine that you have a massive beach ball in your hands and you're just letting your body open up here. From here, we're going to rain those fingers down. Clasp them behind your back. Imagine those hands really coming down towards the floor, and we're going to open up through your shoulders and your chest. From here, we're going to go ahead forward, nose towards the toes. And release up overhead. Ooh, if you fall out of the position, just go ahead and come back into it. From here, you're going to release your hands on purpose. Bring it back, and we're going to come back into a nice child's pose. Really, again, bending those knees, pedaling out, bringing weight to your lower body. From here, step slowly up to the top of your mat. We're going to reach up overhead. Palms come down to the center. Release fully. Come up for a nice half flat back. Release again. From here, you're going to plant your palms and you're going to step your foot back a little bit further this time, and you're going to open up and come up for a warrior two. Adjust your feet to find a position that feels good for you. Take 2 deep breaths here. Trying to find stillness and strength in the body. From here, you're going to straighten this right leg. And we're going to go ahead and bring our palms up to touch, before then floating them down to come back into a warrior two. Same move. Up overhead and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's do about 3 more here. Last one. And from here, what we're going to do is you're going to bring your feet in towards the center. Palms will come to your sides. Let's go ahead and do a nice flat back here. Before we release fully forward. Plant your right palm down. And we're going to open up, imagining you have a nice bow and arrow. Hand comes up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. Nice and open. 2 deep breaths here. From here, make sure that your toes are pointed just slightly in. That's going to give you a little bit more stability. We are going to plant our left palm into the center of the mat and slowly open up onto the other side, like a nice bow and arrow. Now you might find that one side is a little bit easier than the other. I certainly am finding that for myself. And that's totally fine. It's a nice thing to notice and see just where you are in your body. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. And lower back down. If you have a kitty, come and say hello to you. You can say hi, give them a nice scratch. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to turn our right foot this way, our left foot like so. Going to come back into a nice plank pose. From here, we're going to lower down for chaturanga nice and slow. Come all the way down onto the mat. From here, go ahead and lift up, all the way up. Plant into the backs of your feet here, really grounding down in them. Opening up, shoulders are down. Turn and look one way, and then the other. Back to center, and release down. From here, we're going to come up onto your knees. And from this position, go ahead and actually reach your palms out forward a bit more. And then you're going to bring your forehead down onto the mat. So you want your hips to be just about over the knees. If you need to adjust to get yourself there, go ahead and do so. And then relaxing your forehead into the mat. This is a really nice one just to open up your chest. From here, we're going to come back up, roll yourself into the center of the mat. Let's take a nice cat-cow. From here, you're going to go ahead and come into downward dog. Nice bent knees. Pedaling it out. Finding some movement that may feel good to you. And then we're going to go ahead and come back up to the top of the mat. From here, you'll rise up. Palms to the center. Deep breath here. Fully release down. Bending your knees. We'll rise up to a nice half flat back. Fully release. Planting your palms into the ground. We're going to go ahead and step back. On the opposite side now, coming into our warrior two. Opening those toes up. And coming up and rising. Finding stillness. Looking straight in front. From here, we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to come up, straightening that leg, bringing our palms together, and then Going right back down. We'll do about 5 of these. Let's do 2 more. And down. From here, go ahead and circle your hands up towards the front. We'll step that foot back, coming into chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Pushing your hips back. Finding weight and heaviness in your lower body. From here, you're going to go ahead and lift that right leg up towards the sky. Ooh. You can keep that left leg bent. We're going to reach up towards the center and then back up towards the sky. Center, we'll do 1 more here. Up towards the sky. And center. From here, you go ahead and bring that leg up. Lower your left knee down. We'll go ahead and bring your arms up overhead. Again, imagining you have a big beach ball overhead. Holding it, finding weight in your hips. Grounding down through all 4 corners of that top foot. From here, you can go ahead and rain those fingers down. Pressing into the mat. I'm going to go ahead and bring this back knee, like so. We'll do a cat, cow stretch here. This one is actually the cat. And we'll do it again. From here, go ahead back into your downward facing dog. Again, finding easy movement here. Before we find some stillness and weight in that right foot, because the left foot is going to go up towards the sky and then in towards the center. Up towards the sky, in towards the center. Last one, up towards the sky, in towards the center. And then we're going to bring this left foot back for downward facing dog. Step your way up to the top of the mat. Rising up. Palms down to the center. Releasing fully forward. Raising up halfway. Releasing down. Plant your palms into the mat. Step both feet out. Chaturanga. All the way down onto your mat. Stay like so. Gonna lift up all the way. Looking over your left shoulder. Over your right shoulder. And then slowly pushing back into child's pose. Laying your forehead into the mat. Feeling your body become heavy. Breathing into your lower belly. Three more deep breaths here. One more deep breath. And slowly roll yourself up, coming onto all fours. And then to seated at the center of your mat. Roll your shoulders up and out. Palms to center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me on this little yoga workout. I had such a nice time. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed it, please share this video with a friend. It is the biggest compliment that you could give me. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe to my channel or continue the fun by watching another video. Hope to see you again very soon. Bye!